Our next speaker is a close friend, a former Marathon Challenge teammate, and very important, a Holy Cross alum. Darby is going to share her reflections on her journey with Dana-Farber. Please welcome my good friend, Darby Stott.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Rich, and thank you, DFMC, for having me here in a year when the Boston Marathon has an extra special meaning, and there are so many courageous personal stories out there to share. I'm really honored to be here with you. To all the runners out here, let me be the first person to say to you, thank you, Dana-Farber. Tomorrow, you will be hearing those words from Hopkinton to Boylston Street, often in a thick Boston accent. People will be thanking you from the sidelines for all of your efforts to raise money for Dana-Farber, for doing your part to help conquer cancer, and they're saying thank you and appreciation for everything Dana-Farber has done for them and or their loved ones. So why am I here saying this to you? 1 year ago, I planned to be running the marathon with you tomorrow. I was at a gathering of DFMC runners and alumni just days after last year's race, talking to Jack about a game plan to get me into your shoes. I'd completed treatment at Dana-Farber for breast cancer and was eager to run Boston and to raise more for Dana-Farber. But getting back into running was proving more challenging physically than I had expected, and I was frustrated and confused. Unfortunately, I soon had answers. In May, I learned that the cancer I thought was in my past had metastasized to my liver. Today, it is also in my lungs and my bones. And while I don't know how much time I have, I do know that this cancer will take my life much too soon. But I also know the only thing that will prevent what is happening to me from happening to others is research, like the research that's funded through the BAR program. So, the reason I'm here today is to thank you all for what you are doing as part of the DFMC team. Thank you for training through this horrible weather this winter that most of you endured. It was cold and snowy and icy, and those were the good training days. You all worked your ways through injuries, aches, and pains to get here. And while I do look at marathon training with a little envy, even I was happy not to be out there for some of the group runs. Thank you for the support of the DFMC team. Some of the most wonderful people I have ever met are part of this team. They have been by my side through this unenviable journey in ways I could have never imagined 5 years ago, and are some of my best friends. The broader DFMC community has also been amazing in their support through countless emails and texts, running for me and showing up at fundraisers, walks, and even chemo sessions. This means so much to me, and for all these reasons and more, DFMC holds a very special place in my heart. Thank you for running and representing the care provided at Dana-Farber. Some of you have experienced this firsthand, and that's why you're here. For those of you who haven't, Dana-Farber is very different from any other medical experience. and it is extraordinary. As a patient, I have known from day one that I am in the best hands. The entire institution, from the parking attendants to world-renowned oncologists like my doctor, Eric Weiner, is organized to put the patient's needs first. And this is something I feel consistently. This superlative care makes the experience so much more bearable. But unfortunately, it does not cure cancer. And so finally, and most importantly, I want to thank you for the $5.3 million or more you're raising to fund research. This is an incredible number, and it is so needed. As Dr. Benz mentioned, it's more difficult to get public funding today than in the past, especially for investigators new in their careers. And research is yielding results at a faster pace than in the past. Since May, I have been on 2 FDA-approved drugs that were not available at the turn of the century. And just this past Friday, I started on a clinical trial for a targeted therapy that hopefully will be effective for me. This has added almost a year to my life so far, all with drugs not available to my aunt who passed from the disease in the late 90s. The pipeline of research ideas is rich and promising. They just need funding. I'm confident that by funding researchers, especially young investigators, in the future, people in my position will live. How great will that be? So tomorrow, every time you hear, "Thank you, Dana-Farber," I hope you think about the impact Dana-Farber has had on my life and the lives of so many others. And I hope that gives you the strength and determination to get through the hard moments that come with the journey of running 26.2 miles. And be proud of your accomplishments in the fight against cancer. With that knowledge, dig a little deeper, run a little faster, or better yet, raise more money for the BAR program. Thank you, and have a great run tomorrow.
Darby, hold up. Thanks, Darby. We have a little, as Darby, one of my favorite teammates of all time, she's part of the team. Here's her singlet, Darby. Put it on. First one wearing it this year. Yeah. It fits. All right. Thanks, Love you.